Good morning and welcome to yet another new webinar. Today we are going to dig deeper into Bitrix function on handling omnichannels. How to use Bitrix24 to streamline your entire communication into one source, okay? So that you never lose a communication and you never have to worry about the multi-channels that you have to use as a business, in fact. I'm sure today's topic is going to be exciting and hopefully you will find it valuable and you find some insight that helps you improve your business communication. First things first, some housekeeping stuff. If you are watching this webinar on live, you can ask questions right away in the chat. If you are watching this webinar on a replay mode, then you still also can ask questions in the chat and we will be answering these questions either in the future webinars or we get back to you by email to address any of your questions. Second thing, today we have started a little bit late. I'm sorry for that. That's my bad, in fact. We should have started at sharp at 11, but we passed that time now. So hopefully this is okay. All right. So as usual, my name is Hudayfa Nawafli and we're coming to you from Abu Dhabi as Bitrix24 partners and VAM Consulting. And we will start with the big idea as also usual with the big presentation slide. So let me bring in the presentation. There we go. Yes, this one. And yeah, this is the slides. Okay, fine. Let me know if you can see the slides, please, in the chat, and appreciate your support in that matter. And there we go. Yeah, I see. Yeah, you can see the slides. Good. Okay. So Bitrix in general is a workspace. It's a place where you do your work. That's the general tagline we start with all the times. Inside Bitrix24, there are multiple modules, tools, business, tools that helps you do your work, like CRM, tasks, projects, or collaboration sites, and so on. And the beauty about Bitrix is that all of these tools are already integrated and connected into one platform. You can access this platform from your phone or from your computer, okay? Desktop application, desktop web browsing, or mobile application. And because all of these items are connected to each other, it gives businesses the ability to connect the dots. Let's just put it this way. Like, for example, CRM is somehow can be utilized in tasks. Tasks can also be linked to something in the CRM. If something happened on the website, it can also link back to tasks or projects, link back to CRM, and so on, right? Today, we are going to see the communication, which is something inside Bitrix CRM itself, which is in the contact center, all right? Now, the big idea, let's just take one slide back. The big picture here, before we go to the actual platform itself and show you how it works, the big picture here is that you can connect the essential components to succeed in customer relations, sales, and so on. The challenge that we are faced with in today's modern business environment is that businesses have to deal with a lot of channels. You have a lot of social media platforms that you need to be there, right? And you have emails, you have WhatsApp, or let's say instant messaging apps. Like each category has a lot of channels. If you look into the instant messaging, it has WhatsApp, it has SMS, it has Telegram, and so a lot of tools, a lot of channels. And they're just only the instant messaging medium, all right? If you look to other channels like email and then online chatting and the website chatting, the telephony, the call center, let's say the telephone itself, these are channels you use to communicate with your customers and with your clients and stakeholders. If you look to social media, wow, that's crazy, okay? Like you have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, a lot of channels. And then each channel has its own, their way of processing these communications. So it is very hectic to keep up with all of this massive let's say, channels. And that's where the contact center comes in handy inside Bitrix24 to help you create an omni-channel. The concept of the omni-channel is that you take all these communications that comes from different places and have it go to one place only and respond to it and interact with it from that location itself. So to give you a more sense of that, let me go to the system itself. Let me share the other screen here, which is this one. Let me go here to CRM. Yep. And let me go back here and yeah, there you go. Share. Okay. You should be able to see the screen now. Yes, you see it. Good. Thank you. Right. So in Bitrix24, in the CRM tab, we have something called Contact Center, right? So you can find it on Customers, Contact Center, or just search Contact Center here. Okay, that's where we started, Contact Center. So there are two ways to connect other channels, or let's say your channels to Bitrix24. There is a native way, which is a tool that already is integrated with Bitrix. It just takes a few clicks from your side and that's it. Boom. Like for example, if you want to connect your Instagram direct messages to Bitrix, so anyone send a message to Instagram, this message goes to Bitrix, and someone from Bitrix itself, or let's say like a user in your Bitrix Bitrix account, can respond to this message. So to do that, you just need to come to Instagram here and then connect, log into your Facebook or Instagram account, authorize it. Boom, that's it. You connect it with the channel, and that's all. And then you set the rules. Like for example, what happens when someone goes to this channel? So for example, you say, okay, anyone who comes from this channel, then the people who are going to respond to are like this employee, and so on. So these are people like agents in queue who respond to these messages. And then you set the other rules, like, the rest of the rule, like for example, auto actions, assessment after the support is done to receive, let's say, a feedback from the client, chatbot, if you want to connect a chatbot or something to respond to that inquiry, and so on. So this is how you configure the channel that we call the channel. Okay. So this is the native way. The other way is to integrate with other tools that is not directly integrated with Bitrix. So for example, if you look to this tool, to this list here, you can see, oh, okay, I can integrate telephony, I can integrate Telegram, Viber, Apple messaging, Facebook comments, Instagram messages, WhatsApp, and so on. But what if you want to integrate, let's say, Snapchat or TikTok, right? Then in this matter, we have another application that we can introduce to the process here that's called Zapier, let's say, or let's use Zapier, let's say, as example. But there are other tools like Zapier, like for example, Bridge or Lead Bridge, or other tools. So let's just look into Zapier. Okay, so Zapier, if you go to the website zapier.com, it works as a mediator to connect two systems to each other. So you can have TikTok, let's say, talk to Bitrix, and you can have Bitrix talk to TikTok. Okay, don't worry about the technicality here. I'm just trying to explain the idea here. So if you're feeling, or if you think this is overwhelming, this is too much, or this is too tricky, don't worry about that, because that's where we come in here to help you with this, right? To integrate these things for you. But I just want to show you the possibilities here. Is that okay? You can have something when happens on TikTok, something else happens in Bitrix, and then if something else happens in Bitrix, it will also reflect in TikTok, and so on. Like this is general idea. I don't want to bug you down with the technical details, but this is generally how it works. We can have two systems talking to each other using this tool called Zapier, for example, or we can have these two systems talking to each other if they already have internal, let's say native integration, like for example Instagram here. And this again depends on the platforms that allows such kind of API integration or this kind of integration. But in general, this is the big idea. Now I want to show you example. Okay, let me go to okay, let me stop sharing here. Let me just stage something for you, and then show you the screen. What I want to do is I want to show you example. For example, if a message came to Instagram, and then this message is also sent to how we handle this message in Bitrix. Okay, so I will log into this account on Instagram. 1 second. Okay, we have access to an Instagram account here that I believe. Yeah. Okay. Let me log in and okay. So the example is that I want to show you is that how we can send a message on Instagram, and at the same time it will appear on Bitrix, and how we can respond to this message on Bitrix. Okay. So if I go to this account, I have integrated my personal account, so I'll do this on my account. All right. So let me share the screen here. Again, I will share the entire screen because this will require, multiple moving around. Okay, so let's say the client, or let's say this is your Instagram account, and someone came in here and decided to send a message. So he just came into the message here and send hello or something. All right, so hello. All right, so this is hello. This is a test message. All right, cool. All right, so now we have this message here. Hello, this is a test message. Let's see how it looks like inside Bitrix. If you open Bitrix24, you go here, and that you see in the contact center, there is a message here coming to this account from Instagram. I can either transfer this message to someone else, or I can take it. For example, if I want to say, oh, okay, reply to this message, let's say, and I will say, hello, I got your message. How can I help? Okay, if I go back to the Instagram here, I will see that, yep, I received the reply you see here. And I will say, I need to buy Bitrix24 for my company. This is, let's say, the customer company. Okay, so this message is sent from the client. If I go back to Bitrix, I will see that, yep, asking for the company. So I'll say, okay, please share the contact details so that our team reach out to you. Right? If I go back to the customer part, oh, I see, I received the message. So if I said, okay, my email is, let's say, info@kidsday.a. Okay. All right. The message, this is the email. So if I go back to the chat, I can see it is coming here. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'll say, great. I'll forward your, I'm sorry, what's going on here? Forward your request to our sales team. Okay, there you go. And in this part, I can just come over here to this little arrow here, and then I can send this message to any of my colleagues. Let's say, for example, I want to send this to Muhammad. Okay, when I click send to Muhammad, it will immediately be sent to Muhammad, and he will, can carry on the chat. He can also carry on the chat, and he will see also the previous history. Okay, or if I just want to add this to the CRM, like I want to turn this chat into a lead inside the system, inside the CRM. So all I need to do is just come over here, and then save to CRM. And if I clicked on, see, it's created the lead. And if I can take this email here as a copy, and if I go to the lead here, I'll see that I have the inquiry. I can continue on adding on this inquiry. I can see where the inquiry came from, which source, and what is the website, or let's say the link of this inquiry. If I click here, it will take me to client Instagram account, and I can, carry on in here. So this same logic can apply to all the communication channels that is connected with Bitrix24, like Instagram, WhatsApp, and so on. And even also to the telephony. I want to show you something cool with the telephony. Okay, in telephony part, let me again share. Let me first prepare the thing that I want to share. Okay, telephony. There you go. And let me come back over here and share this window. Okay, good. So in the telephony part, you can connect. There are different ways, let's say, to connect telephony here. You can either rent a number. Just, I want to rent a number directly through Bitrix. So you come over to rent a number, choose the country where you want to rent from. And, let's say, for example, I want from Chile. Okay. So in Chile, this is the type of numbers that I can have. Let me see here. Yep, they have local numbers, mobile number, national number. Let's say, okay, local number. In which region? Let's just say this one. Okay, then to rent a number from here, you will pay $11 per month. That's for the number. Once you rent it, you can use Bitrix to make calls, receive calls, all good. What about UAE? In the UAE, it is not available. Why I brought this up? Because some countries, they have their own, let's say, restrictions, or let's say their own rules. So the Telecommunication Regulation Authority here, which is TRA in the UAE, they do not allow companies to rent numbers except from their approved local providers like Etisalat or Du or Virgin. So some countries don't allow that. Some countries do allow it. So this is the first option, which is to rent a number. Okay. The second one is to connect your office PBX, which is like your own number that you have from the Etisalat company or from Du company or STC or wherever, if you are in Saudi or in Jordan or any country that does not allow other, let's say, the renting thing here, you can connect the PBX, your office hardware itself. It's like you have a server that has the telephone integration and things. So this office PBX can be integrated with Bitrix24, so you can make calls and receive calls from Bitrix itself, or a cloud PBX if you prefer to take any other provider service from any other provider. Then you can also connect the cloud PBX, okay, through other tools like, for example, 3CX and so on. So this is a quick look into the telephony. Now, what happens is that once you have the telephony connected, it means that you also are centralizing, or let's say sending all the communications to one place. So everything goes back again to Bitrix. And this way you have this omni-channel thing. So you can have a clear call stats to look into the inbound calls, outbound calls, the dynamics here. You can find the calls recording. You can process calls through AI to analyze these calls, to give feedback to the support agents or the sales agents on their performance on these calls, and so on, etc. It's a really big thing here. Anyway, we just want to stick to the idea of the omni-channel communication, which is you have Bitrix as the source or the go-to for all the communication channels that you are using. WhatsApp also goes with the same story. You can connect WhatsApp, and you can use these channels from the CRM or from other, let's say, modules in Bitrix24 to streamline the communication. Emails also, if you want to check your emails, just click mail, and that's it. There you have it. If you have an email that you want to transfer or to turn into a lead, with one click you can send it to the CRM, assign someone to respond to it, and so on. The bottom line of all this omni-channel communication is that you never miss a message, you never miss a call. I mean, you might miss a call, but you never lose it, because it will create a card in the system. You will know that someone missed a call, then it is there. So there is an entity for this missed call, and this entity is governed. Someone need to check it out. Someone is responsible for it. The system will assign these inquiries for you the way you like. Like, for example, any missed call, give it to X employee, and he is now responsible to make sure that we return this call and check it out and see what goes on, and so on. Any message on Instagram goes to that employee and they need to attend it, and so on. So this is the beauty of having all your communications connected and centralized in one omnichannel, which is Bitrix24. All right, that's it for today's webinar. I hope you enjoyed it and you found it helpful. The concept is dynamic, in fact, here, which is the omnichannel communication. There are different use cases, a lot of approaches where you can apply, or let's say govern how you can apply Bitrix omnichannel into your business. And this is unique for every business. Like, for example, real estate companies might think of it differently than healthcare sectors or education sector, or I don't know, government agencies, or event agencies, or retail business, or maybe online store, e-commerce. So each industry has its own unique dynamics when it comes to adapting omnichannels into their business. But in general, all of these scenarios and dynamics are applicable and available for you inside Bitrix24. And most importantly, we are here to help you implement that, to make that happen. So if you need help with applying omnichannels into your business, then please feel free to reach out to us on this website, vamcloud.com. If you go to vamcloud.com, let me put it in the chat here. This is the website. So if you go to vamcloud.com, you can request a proposal or a more personalized demo, just to show you how this fits into your business. Our team can guide you through that, or even create a demo account for you, give you access to it, just to test it yourself and see how things work. We can also extend your trial period. Instead of having only 14 days, we can extend it to 30 days and give you like the full functionality of the professional plan that has all the possibilities open for you. All you need to do is just reach out to us. Okay. And one last thing, which is a reminder of our next webinar. Let me share that also in the chat. Okay. And to remind you of our next webinar, that's going to be on today is 17 May 7th. Yeah. So the next webinar is going to be on 7th of June, 2 weeks from now, the next English webinar. Okay. It's going to be on workflow automations. I'm sure this is a big topic, exciting, and you will find it really helpful when it comes to automate some of the workflows that's maybe giving you hard times. So we'll show you how you can put that in Bitrix. So make sure to register for the next webinar. You can find the link in the chat. I've just shared it. And hopefully to see you then. And for next week, next Saturday, we are going to repeat the same topic, which is 24th of May. We're going to repeat today's same topic, but in Arabic. So if you prefer to listen to this webinar or attend it in Arabic, you can also register from our website. Just go to the same link and click on the Arabic tab, Arabic language, and you will find also the webinar registration link in there. Yep, that's it. Thank you very much, and keep it up until we meet next week. Have a good day.